Hello, welcome back. Going to be starting this week off quite negative, unfortunately. Um, the Dark Knight Rises was released this week. There was midnight showings last Thursday in America, and unfortunately there was a big shooting there. A lot of you might have seen the news about it. 12 dead, 59 injured. Just a really, really terrible incident. Really sad for the people who, had booked tickets long in advance for a midnight showing. Taking their boyfriend or they've gone with their family. This is a real experience for them. They've obviously been waiting for a long time, and then somebody comes along and messes it up, which is really sad. There's been a lot of press coverage about the event. James Holmes has been, ridiculed in the papers, which I believe is slightly wrong, as he has done a bad thing, but journalism does have a rule to be balanced and fair, and shown that they aren't sometimes, and they do like to push the boundaries. I'll be doing a piece later in the week because I think this is going to have a real negative effect on violence in films and backlash. The last time something happened like this was the murder around the Manhunt video game, where somebody mimicked that, and obviously James Holmes thought he was the Joker. He dressed a bit like Bane when he went into the film. He went in during a shooting scene. It's just got all the things that a big media, violent in media attack by the media itself. So that's really sad. Also, this week, last Monday I broke up with my girlfriend, I didn't want to do it, and it was really hard for me to do, but I thought it was the right thing to do. So I'm not going to go into much more detail than that. Just, that did have a big impact on my week, and how I felt during the week. Other than that, yesterday in Bristol, went to the Harbour Festival, which was really good. It's a really good once a year Bristol put on this really good festival. Lots of stalls, lots of good vibes, lots of boats. The sun even came out for it, which was really good. Obviously, it was quite expensive being a festival. They always are, but lots of people having a good time. Doesn't seem to be any violence there or anything, so that was really good. One issue was the buses on the way back were all really packed, and some were just driving past. So that's an issue for first bus, and the council to sort out. But other than that, really good. Last night, I also went to see Batman: Dark Knight Rises. What a film! That I think the best film of the year. I don't think anything will match it. For me, it definitely outdid the Avengers, but I think that's a preference on what type of superhero film you're more into. Whether you kind of like the more kind of jokey Avengers, like superhero team up, or the dark brooding Batman film. But I think Nolan really outdid himself. Really well rounded off the trilogy. So, wow, just absolutely amazing. Some really moving scenes in it. I did have a tear in my eye at one point, but just really gripping filmmaking. The scale of it, the emotion, really good. Definitely go and see that. If you haven't gone to see it, go see it. Another reason to go see it is there's a Superman teaser trailer on it. Now this is the best teaser trailer I've seen in ages. It's 1 minute 20. There's two different voiceovers, one from Jor-El and one from Jonathan Kent. Both extremely emotional. You can really see that Nolan's had an impact on this film. Zack Snyder's changed a little bit. He said it's not like anything he's directed before, and you can see that from the teaser. So I think it's going to be the best movie of 2013. The only other two films I can think of that are coming out next year is the second part of The Hobbit and Iron Man 3. And, just from this 1 minute teaser trailer, I think it's going to outdo both of those. It's going to be kind of Batman Begins-ish, really take it back to the origin, really ground Superman into our reality. And I think that is the way that DC have pushed their films. I think, they've got a strong host of characters they can call on. Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Flash. If they followed Marvel, they could really grounded them more in reality, like they have done with Batman and possibly Superman. I think they could, even outdo Marvel. Other things, being read at least one chapter of my book a day. This is so. When it comes to my dissertation, I've just taken a lot of the stress away. And if I've done a lot of reading over the summer, I think it'll make it a lot easier, and I won't have to do quite as much reading next year. So I think that's really important. And, it's been really good to start reading about journalism again, because it still is in a big changing phase, and Hopefully I'll get through a few more books before September, and my dissertation will come out a lot stronger because of it. Back at Sainsbury's, not done too much, but the sun's come out today, so I'm going out to see a friend in a minute, so I'll talk to you all next week. Bye bye.